what really matters to coaches? Is it the hustle, the heart? Is it the ability, or is it the numbers that come out of the sensors or the radar guns and things like that?
Yeah, well, obviously, I think the intangibles you're talking about, when you're talking about the SEC or Elite Division One baseball, the margin between the good players and the great players, or the team, or the a team in the SEC West, a team in the SEC East, whatever, they're so thin.
Right,
Those character qualities you're talking about, that's going to be the difference maker, because everybody throws hard, and everybody's got a good breaking ball for the most part, and everybody can run and throw. So you're going to start. You need a base level of talent. Let's not kid
right,
ourselves,
right.
right? If you're not talented enough to play, but you're the greatest kid, then there's going to be a place for you to play. There's no doubt about it. It just may not be, at in the SEC, or certainly won't be in the big leagues. But once you establish a base level of talent, and the metrics are a part of that, but there are pitchers that, for example, that we've recruited heavily that haven't thrown over 87 miles an hour yet. But because they command the ball, there are some metrics to their arsenal that lead us to believe that, oh, if they have those intangibles, they got to have those to put in the work ethic to continue to get bigger and stronger and develop over time. That may lead to an elite player. Give you an example, and this was before all the metrics. Nick Lodolo,
Right.
he was the first college pitcher selected in 2019 draft, I believe. He's been in the big leagues with the Reds. He's
Yep.
their number one or two pitcher right now. The first time I saw him pitch on a field in McKinney, Texas, he was throwing 80 miles an hour. Tall, skinny lefty that threw nothing but strikes. But just with my own eyes, I'm sure if in those days, if I would have had some level of metrics to evaluate it, it would have read a higher spin or whatever. But I just knew he threw strikes, a loose arm. He was athletic. He was in control of his body. And myself, I think UCLA and Virginia, those were his visits. And we ended up with him, and by the end of the deal, he's thrown in the mid 90s, and he's in the first pick, first college pitcher taken. So I think it all matters, but it's not like Coach Mo just said. All that stuff is a servant, right? That's servant information. It can't be your master. If
Amen.
that's your master, then you're not going to be a winning player, because we're actually trying to win the games, right? You don't win games in a lab. You don't win games in a batting cage. You prepare yourself to be a winning player, but we want winning players.